We did already
We
get
did.
the journals, and it took
And we just
all
haven't
night.
done the actual tall tale.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're doing a boar hunt?
Well, I started this before before you guys got here.
Are we there right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Are we? We are Hunter's Call. Okay, sure, we can start here. Alright, Reed, you know the drill.
Hold on, I gotta swap it to my Lightbringer outfit.
Okay, I know the drill. Jonathan, I'm gonna bring a spear with you so that you can get both spear kills.
Alright.
There's something shiny over there. And it is the pirate's code that anything shiny must be miney. Here you are, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Yar, let's find this. Is that the boar right there? No, it's just a regular pig.
So, one thing I wanted to ask you guys. This next update is very Reapers focused. Do we want to use the Dead Man's Folly as a Reaper ship, or did we want our own separate Reapers ship?
Jonathan, I found the boar. That's up to you. Jonathan, where are you?
Am I on the other side? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm on the other side. Come back to where you were. I'm gonna...
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, because I've thought about this as well, and I think that, given the design of the Lightbringer, I always hoped that this would at least be our part-time Reaper's ship, or one of our Reaper's appropriate ships. I think that the design of the Lightbringer really works well with the whole Reaper aesthetic.
I like
We can
that.
definitely do that then. Yeah. I dig it.
But we can make but we can make it. We can split it between the Dead Man's Folly.
Well,
I'm happy to keep the Dead Man's Folly as a PvP ship, specifically.
Here he is, Jonathan. Get him. Oh, he's running.
But you're right, the Lightbringer aesthetic does work really well.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You got this. Ooh. Just throw it. Oh. Alright, here's the other spears.
Okay, that's one. So 2 spears should definitely do it.
Yeah, that's how much it takes. They don't even have to be charged. Yeah!
There we go. Okay. And here is some of our stuff. He also has his burrows.
Well, the burrow's right here, so we could probably leave it on this cliff and bring the boat around. Because there's a rowboat down there, too.
Yeah, should we just load up the rowboat? Let's load up the row.
Sounds good.
Got a firework crate here.
Do you happen to... Ow! I hate you, Snake. I hate you, Snake. Do you happen to have your harpoon gun equipped?
I do, as it happens.
Perfect. I'll leave it on the cliff, you harpoon it, and then I'll come down and harpoon the remaining. Goodness, this poison lasts a while. Alright, last thing. We both missed. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I got it. Alright. Boar hunt. Check. We have fishing, we have mag hunt, and we have super mags, and I think that's everything they added, right? And we used the spears already.
Yeah, the fishing, the boars, the mag hunt, and the super mags, yeah.
A grand tour. Stroke, stroke, stroke. Am I helping?
A little bit, actually.
Stroke, stroke. He's having a stroke. Oh, and there's a storm. That's yucky. Jonathan, I have another demand of you. I demand you push the storm away.
I push the storm away.
Like, take it, like, how it is right now, and push it somewhere else.
That would be quite a remarkable power, I would say, to have.
All you need to do is be my biggest fan. Get it? Cause like, fan.
Oh yeah, a colossal fan.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you get,
well, thankfully you caught it, because I was about to sail right past.
I was hoping I could start spinning the ship away from the rowboat, so you guys would have to go around in circles.
oh wait, we can just leave everything in the rowboat here, can't we?
That's true.
Okay. So are we doing the tall tale, or do we want to do the grand tour?
Well, let's see how quickly we can get through the tall tale. I think that
All right.
we've done all the journals, so we just have to now do the
Well, the difficult
main story content.
the difficult thing now is we've started with the boar hunt. So if we dive to the start of the tall tale, we're gonna lose all the loot we got.
I mean, that's
how
true.
far
We
away
could just
from
go
it?
back.
How far away from Ancient Spire?
Well, we're in the wilds currently, right? Oh,
I mean, we could just go back to Daggertooth. Daggertooth is right there. Make a Daggertooth and then sell.
okay, and then dive. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Or Galleon's Grave. Just keep sailing this way. Either way works.
I see the thing. I'm just gonna get us moving. Oh, there's a new rowboat on shore now. This one has a cannon.
What does ours have?
Nothing. But it's also too
Just
late.
a bunch of loot.
Alright, Reed, on a scale of 1 to 10, Storms.
Storms.
Storm.
Mm, aesthetically, 8. Gameplay wise, 2.
That's a respectable answer. Jonathan?
Yeah.
I would say that in the context of this game, they're good, very impressive, both aesthetically and from a gameplay point of view.
Disrespectful answer. Not disrespectable, disrespectful. You didn't even call the storm by its full name. Like Reed did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, at Galleon's Grave, we can buy more harpoons.
And do you know what harpoons rhymes with? Legendary
Lampoons?
storytell hoons.
Oh.
So then we probably want to dock by Long Dock, right? Or wherever the not sovereigns are. Because this is all hunter loot anyways.
Then
Yeah,
do we want to get everything off the rowboat?
Oh.
Or we can just detach the rowboat.
Yeah, someone do that.
Take the rowboat to. I'll detach it at the Sovereigns. You guys just go around.
I love deferring my jobs. Ooh, have you changed this? Is this your regular Lightbringer outfit?
It's what I wore last time.
Did you even have the Sunken Curse?
Last time, yeah.
Goodbye, I'll miss you.
I'll see you soon.
Alright, Jonathan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was Reed's answer to the storm's question?
I thought it was eloquent, well reasoned. 7 out of 10.
Ooh. And Reed, scale of 1 to 10, how was your answer to the question?
10 out of 10.
I feel like you might be a little biased.
Maybe.
Oh, how was it Jonathan's answer?
4 out of 10. I don't like storms.
Jonathan, how was your own answer?
9 out of 10. Very strong.
Well, why wasn't it 10 out of 10? What would make it 10?
Well, you know, I mean,
There's
this is
room for
not
improvement?
a doctoral dissertation. This is just a shoot from the hip answer.
Interesting. I respect it.
Would you treat us to
Scale
a
of 1 to
doctoral
10. How
dissertation?
was Matthew? Scale of 1 to 10. How was Jigga's explanation of his own ranking of his own question?
8.3.
Ooh, decimal. Specific.
That's how you know it's not a number I would make up. That was well researched.
Where are you taking this? Oh, it's a long talk. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot the layout of this island.
It's blue. At least that's all I can
Harpoons
see.
are on Long Dock.
Yeah. What's up, Long Dock? Reed,
Yeah.
should Jonathan go to Disney World?
No. He should go to Disneyland in California. That's superior.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what are you gonna do now?
I mean, can't I go to both?
Do you have
Can
that
I
kind of
In this
enjoy
economy?
two? Can I enjoy two theme parks?
at the same time?
Well, it just in the same time frame, not simultaneous, but maybe like 2 in 1 month.
I couldn't do Disneyland in a month.
How many guys have you been to Disneyland?
How many times?
Yeah, total.
I haven't kept count. I went since I was a kid.
Because apparently the average American goes 3.5 times in their entire lifetime.
Yeah, well, that's not accounting for me. 2 billion time Thomas over here.
Yeah,
Wow.
you are kind of skewing the statistics. Well, I've only been once. I've only had the pleasure
I know,
of
and
going
there's
one
so
time
much
so
we
far.
didn't do.
And it's funny that you should ask this question because the one time was with Matthew. We went together.
Yeah, I remember that.
In fact, wasn't it your spare seasonal pass that got me in the first place?
Me?
No, I never had a seasonal pass.
No, he's talking to me. He's close. Reed, I didn't. You don't know this one, but I was in my high school choir, and every Christmas, Disneyland does what they call the candlelight ceremony, where they light up the tree, and they have a giant Christmas Carol choir thing march down Main Street, and then they have some A-list actor do the procession. My choir got to
That's
be
so fun.
in the giant choir, so I got a free ticket for the next year, but I already had a pass, so I was able to get Jonathan in.
Oh, very cool. They gamed the system a little bit.
And can I just say, it was a wonderful visit too. Really. I continue to treasure that memory.
Best ride?
I mean, honestly, I enjoyed all of them. We did the Jungle Cruise first. Remember, that was the did that day. Was this trip to Disneyland? This was a very kind of spur of the moment idea, and it was one random afternoon. This was getting towards the end of senior year. This was, I think, this was just after we graduated, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just after the graduation of senior year.
we knew you
like
were
the
moving
very next
soon, and
week.
we had to get you. We were like, "You've been here for how many years, and you haven't gone to Disneyland?" So we got
Well, yeah,
you.
and so basically they guilt tripped me into it, and I'm very glad they did guilt trip me into it because it was a spur of the moment thing. It was Matt, Jim, another friend of ours, and myself. They came over one afternoon. Jim was already over at the house. We were hanging out, and he just suggested, well, why don't we just go to Disneyland? Well, what's stopping us from just making that happen right now? Because he had an annual pass and you had an annual pass, Matt. And so I said, okay, well, the only real obstacle is my not having $150 to drop on a ticket right now. And that's when, Jim said, well, wait, I have an idea. I think you must have told him something ahead of time.
Yeah, I think I told
And
you both.
that opened up this possibility. And so I said, let's call Matt. Let's get him over here and let's figure out if we can do this. And so we called you up, and you were, I mean, I'll never forget it. We called you up mentioning this vague idea that we're batting around. You were immediately on board, literally getting in your car within 5 minutes to drive over. It was like, you required no convincing whatsoever. I mean, the second you heard this idea, you were just like, okay, great, I'm there. And you were there. You were at my house within 20 minutes of us calling you. And we were all sitting around the table and we were figuring out, is like, well, you were saying, yeah, I've got this spare ticket, we can get you in for this amount of time. And this was already afternoon, I would say, mid-afternoon, a bit after lunchtime, so I don't know, 3-4 p.m. around there. And so, and Disneyland closes when? 10 p.m.?
Yeah, about that. You can stay till midnight.
Yeah. Okay, so about 10, 11 p.m. So we were going to drive up there immediately, get in. That would give us, 5, maybe 6 usable hours there before they closed. And we were determined to make the most of every single second of those 5 hours. And so we drove up there. We lived in, the Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley area of Orange Orange County. So we drove to Anaheim, which is about, I don't know, a half-hour drive or so from where we were. And yeah, we got in there. We parked in one of their gargantuan, I mean, colossal parking structures.
Yep.
And we took the little trolley over to the main entrance. And, you know, this is the moment of truth. You know, Jim and Matt had their annual passes, and I had this spare ticket that Matt was able to give me. We all got in. And then, I mean, it was just wonderful, because you have to remember that for me, I haven't been on a Disney property since my one and only trip to Disney World when I was like 6 years old. So it's been a while since I've been at a Disney, you know, resort theme park type thing. And it was wonderful. You know, you go into, so we only had for one, because we only had 6 hours, remember? So we had to choose Disneyland or California Adventure. Jim and Matt convinced me that, you know, it really if we only have one crack at this, it really should be Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, there's that junction, you know, where you're in the plaza, you have to choose what are you gonna do, California or Adventure or Disneyland. We went to Disneyland, and when you first go in there, of course, you're on Main Street, right? And, you know, that was very nice. We walked around there. Did we visit we visited, like, one of the presidential things that they had.
I'm never gonna, like, totally understand. Like, this is your first time there, but I'm, like, all for it, whatever gets you excited. Your first thing to do was the Hall of Presidents.
Because it was right there. I mean, it's right there when, again, it's...
That's such a Jago answer.
Right? Isn't it great? I love it.
I love that.
But it was interesting, you know. We went in there and we stayed for, like, they had like a little 10-15 minute long presentation. It was interesting, you know. I'm a big history guy. I enjoy that stuff.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I actually, it was a fun little show.
Dude, that is like
Hall of Presidents is what you do at like 3-4 o'clock when you need a break from the sun.
Yeah, well, and
so you
again,
get
I
like
have
a
to
15-minute break in an air-conditioned room, and then you kind of recharge and then head back out.
Yeah, which it's definitely good for that too, because this is now, so it's definitely warm enough in Southern California. And yeah, I mean, it was right there, and I just noticed it, and I said, hey, well, let's pop in there, and that was an interesting little thing. But again, I have to stress, this was like the first thing that we did, the very first thing we did. It was not an attraction. It was just the first overall thing that we saw.
I gotta pipe in here and just say, like, it would never be my first thing, and I am so happy that it is for you, because that's such a cool thing. You're like, it's such a cool choice. It says so much about you as a person.
Yeah.
That, like, dude, that it's like, I've gone there since I was a kid, and I had never done that, and without you, I probably never would. But it was a really cool experience.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and then the first attraction, definitely one of the most memorable from this Disneyland trip, was the first actual attraction we did was the Jungle Cruise. Remember this? The Jungle Cruise. And that was a lot of fun. You know, I gotta say, I mean, you know, the lines that we encountered over the course of this trip, I mean, they were Disneyland lines, but they weren't crazy. Like, I feel like we got pretty lucky with the line duration on this day. This was like, I don't know, like a Wednesday or a Thursday in the middle of June, so, you know, you'd figure kind of par for the course. The lines were not bad. We were in that line for maybe no more than, I don't know, half an hour or so. We finally got on, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, I done it before, so I didn't know that they had the live presenter right there, you know, who's narrating this whole voyage. And yeah, you're sat in the thing and you're going down the river, and it's a lot of fun.
The backside
and
of
then,
water.
Yeah, I mean, and also, like, the narration. And then what did we do after that? What was our... Do you remember?
Did we do Star Tours with you?
Yes, yeah, but that was later on, though. I think we did one of the things. It was like one of the.
Did you join us for Indiana Pirates? Because we tricked you at the end to think it was going to be another drop.
Exactly. Yeah. Did we? I forget. Did we do the Haunted Mansion?
That's what I was going to ask.
Pirates first.
Those are good rides.
I feel like we went to the Haunted Mansion first. After the Jungle Cruise, and that was also great. I mean, again, just, you know, the theming of the whole park is just phenomenal, really spot on. And then I think after that was when we went and we stopped to get something to eat, because this was now coming up on, I don't know, 6, 7 p.m. So we got something to eat at one of the Myriad in Disneyland. And then after that, I think we went to New Orleans Square, right? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then we did Pirates of the Caribbean, and this one was also not a crazy wait. I mean, again, we got pretty lucky with the waits on this day, and you know, I feel like we got in there in decent time, and yeah, that was maybe, I mean, I feel like that very well could have been the highlight for me in terms of rides. Because I adore the movies, but I don't think I've ever been on the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride before, so that was a wonderful experience as someone who was a big fan of the movies, to see what it was all actually based on.
And I think they did alter the ride a little bit after the movies.
Oh, a lot
to
of
make
it.
it match the movies more closely.
They added Jack Sparrow.
Was Jack Sparrow not even in the original
it
ride?
was just Pirates.
Oh wow. Interesting.
They added Davy Jones in his narration, and Jonathan, I know this will be a small detail. If you can't remember, it's fine. When you went, did they still have Davy Jones's face in the smoke, like talking to you?
I think so.
They removed that
I remember
shortly
that.
after, and I'm so sad about it.
No.
Now, yeah,
Why?
You know, I think there were always issues with the fog machine. So now it's just a parrot.
I don't even remember it being a fog machine. I remember them projecting it onto like mist.
That's what it is. So it's the mist machine, whatever it was.
Damn.
Because it came out of the roof. It wasn't a normal thing.
Yeah.
But I miss his narration so much.
But yeah, then we did, before the day was done, we did at least one. It was like one of the wood coasters. Do you remember which one it was?
Thunder Mountain.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it was. It was great. It was very fast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yes, before the day was done, we did do Star Tours, which was I think one we had that night. But I mean, you can see why. I mean, I think this was just before Galaxy's Edge opened, so this was still like the only Star Wars thing.
And I've always said
in the park.
if we go again, the first thing, and if we only do one thing, we're going to be riding Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've heard wonderful things about Rise of the... And it was crazy because on that day we were 18. Like, you could look over and you can see Galaxy's Edge being constructed, like almost finished construction.
Oh, and I recall
it was very well along at that point.
The promo of Star Tours
Like-
at the time was your ride ended at the completed Galaxy's Edge on the screen.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
Like, you can
right.
see, like, the Millennium Falcon was... Most of the structures were done, so, like, this was very... to the actual opening of it. But yeah, it was worth it though. Star Tours was an absolute blast. I can see why that's such a classic.
But then we got to end on probably the best thing of the night. We got to show Jonathan their Pixar fireworks from a beautiful
Yes, the
vantage
fireworks.
point.
The fireworks show was again. I mean, it's just perfect capstone to a really wonderful experience.
About time someone took care of that rotten bag.
I mean, that was just an incredible show.
Drink here, in my tavern.
It was fantastic. Anyway, I know that was
And
your
then-
unasked for and unprompted, but hopefully very enjoyable day at Disneyland story read.
But hold on, there's
Yeah,
one more
no, I
thing
appreciate
though.
it.
There's one thing that
Such stories. All about
we stayed at the park until, I mean, I guess like up to around closing at like 11 or something.
Mhm.
But we didn't go straight back. Didn't we go to Norm's, the
we went-
diner, after this?
Was Norm's after that, or after we watched Solo or Incredibles 2?
Oh, well, I know it was after.
we need heroes.
That was the original Norm's experience. But we did stop somewhere to get like a very late dinner after the park, didn't we? Or did we just go straight back?
I think we.
I thought we got
just
something
went-
to eat afterwards.
I think we went straight back, but
Scary.
if this was when we went to Norm's, then that was the night we were extremely loud and probably annoying everyone by us while we debated the quality of Star Wars.
Yeah. We had just seen Solo. And yeah, that was like one of the classic nights. But yeah, the Disneyland thing, that was, and again, it's all thanks to Matt having that spare ticket. He got me in there, and as I said, it's a treasured memory. I really treasured memory.
It was a fun time.
What a good friend you are for
Aw,
just giving away a Disney ticket
that's what it's
and
for.
creating a long-lasting memory.
And I'd do it again.
For me?
Yeah. Yes, the answer is
No, we need to go to Vegas.
hell yeah.
I know this is a trip that you guys planned, but I want to hijack.
Well, I would love.
No,
again,
you are readily invited, is what I.
I'm hoping this move. I'm not to be too blatant with what I'm thinking here, but I'm hoping this movie night with Jim can kind of blend these two trios we got going on into one quartet.
I mean,
I think so. I mean,
interacted with Jim a little bit before. I mean, we've done the fantasy stuff. We
Oh
did
yeah,
one
no,
night of
they've-
Minecraft
yeah, they've
where he didn't
definitely-
have Minecraft.
that's right.
And we did
But it's
I
one of
mean,
those
we
things
played
where it's
Overcooked
like-
together. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I feel weird that we have a whole other group chat going where we're making plans, and like the night that you guys are watching the Conan goes wherever, and I had already made plans with Reed. It's like, oh, I don't want to have to choose. I want to know what we're all doing. I want to do both.
I would never want to make you choose.
No, because you guys are cool.
So like,
It's like I want to do both.
Well, I mean,
things.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we all know that we want. Then we've got started, so yeah. Everybody, put your ideas on the list.
Yes.
We'll make that a reality.
I'm gonna go look at that real quick. Oh, I mean, for now that we're recording, especially, do we want to go and read through this book?
Is there
yeah,
any
we
part of
both
this
should.
that we didn't read the first time?
Oh, it's not about that. It's just it's been a while.
Before we do that, there was something I wanted to say. So would you say that Pirates is your favorite ride?
My favorite ride that I experienced that night. I mean, again, like I said, I enjoyed it all. I really enjoyed Jungle Cruise. I loved Pirates. I loved Star Tours. The Haunted Mansion was great. So I know it's a cop-out to say I loved all, but I really did love all of it. There was not a ride that we went on that day that I didn't enjoy.
One objectively correct answer, and I'm trying to see if you know what it is.
Well, I mean, if you want to know, I mean, again, they were all great, but the one that I would say is just my gut reaction. What's the most ride? It was probably Pirates. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The objectively best ride at Disneyland is
Haunted
Indiana
Mansion.
Jones.
We didn't.
No,
Here's
it's Indiana Jones.
Here is a thing I learned about Jonathan that day: is he's very averse to quick rides. Thunder Mountain was the most I could get you on.
Oh, you would
I
have
mean-
hated Spaceman then.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there was. I don't know. I mean, it really does depend. I mean, it's not so much the speed. It's more of just the combination of like height and twists. I think is the thing. I
wonder how
really
you-
don't mind moving quickly, but I don't like. I was never a guy that like enjoyed going on. The ride where you just shoot up and then go down.
Yeah, and now
No.
they've made that Guardians themed, and it's fantastic.
I never liked that.
Oh,
yeah.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
You know what? I was wrong. Tower of Terror was the best ride.
Dude,
Now
Tower of
no
Terror.
longer because they changed it to a fucking Guardians thing.
No, Guardians has actually blown it out of the water. Like I was with
Really?
you, and it is now. It is my favorite ride in California Adventure, and very barely second in the entire park to Rise of the Resistance. It is so much.
I need to go back to the Mountain Park because I want to see the Galaxy's Edge. I would love to see the Avengers campus.
It's
Like, there's all this cool stuff now.
there is some real cool stuff. I'd love to take both y'all. I'd love to take either of y'all. But yeah, the Guardians ride. It's like Star Tours now, where you got different rides for each thing. So like, you're aware of what they did with Star Tours, right, Reed?
I vaguely remember Star Tours.
So Star Tours
Like,
used
I remember the Imperial shuttle was kind of the what you sat in.
Yeah, you were in this little tour guide thing, and the Empire comes and tries to stop you. What yada yada. You end up running down the Death Star. It used to be just that over and over.
Yeah.
After Disney acquired Star Wars, they made it so you now had an option of different scenarios you could be in. You could be in the sequels, prequels, or originals with different scenes from those each time, and different characters that try to arrest you and give you a message, and etc. Now, with Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, the Tower of Terror replacement, they have different, like, Guardians genre, I'll say, songs playing, and depending on that, you get different patterns and scenes with your dropping.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
It's super cool. And unlike Tower, I'll be honest, I was never a huge fan of Tower, because, like Jonathan, I don't like the just go up and drop you. But this one, the lore reason is they've turned off the gravity generator in the tower.
Yeah.
So you're constantly bouncing up and down. It doesn't feel like a sudden drop. Instead, it's always threatening to drop. So you rise up and then it's a little bounce down, then up again. It's super fun. And all the while, you got the Guardians in front of you being that Guardians chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough
But yeah,
about.
I do just want to say next time though, I would love to go back to Disneyland, but I would also love to experience California. I've heard very good things about California Adventure.
It would definitely be a thing we do if we have all day.
Yeah.
It's not.
I think the way I've experienced it is like, if you do an all-day trip, you do half the day at California Great Adventure and half the day at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to spend a full day at California Great Adventure.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. There's not as much to do there as you think, and honestly, its biggest draw when it was created was just that you're allowed to have alcohol out in public there. You're not allowed
Which
to
that is nice, certainly. So I mean, that would be a good place to end because the dream has always been to do both. You know, if you can do both in a day, then that's great. So
Well, I mean,
if we could start the day in Disneyland and then end at California Adventure, that'd be great.
Well, I'd end the day at Disneyland if I'm being honest, because you could get into Oga's Cantina and Galaxy's Edge, and go get you some Star Wars drinks and have yeah. Well, you don't have to be in the bar for that one.
That's very true. I was gonna say so like evening sunset in California Adventure, because don't they have that like nice pier boardwalk area?
They do.
That you can like walk down. It's like an actual boardwalk.
Yeah, it's now Pixar Pier. Which
so Pixar Pier, like that would be like a great place to spend like late afternoon, evening, see the sunset there, then go back to Disneyland so you can see the fireworks and then end in Star Wars.
You could certainly try. We got lucky with our fireworks experience because we did not camp out a spot, and we happened to come upon one that people let us in.
Oh yes.
Oh man, we are taking a while to get started, aren't we?
Well, that server merge cost me my Sunny Splashdown.
I didn't.
Fort of Fortune.
Is it right here? Oh.
I don't think so. All right, shall we read this journal?
Yeah, let's do this thing.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go. Princess, me, and Brixie. Alright, that's the whole first page.
This book belongs to Tasha. I am 4.5 years old and my best friend is Briggsy. When I am older, I will be a pirate princess just like her. She even says I can wear her magic crown.
Naughty man.
Leave that alone. That's mine. Oh no. A snake pit. Where are we going? All for me. I want some.
You won't do that again. It's safe now. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Stealing from Briggsy is the last thing you'll do.
At Galleon's grave. Ooh, it's the guy up there.
Treasure adventure.
Where shall I go? Starting from Daggertooth. Over the sea.
That's strange. Heading northwest, the perfect place to hide it. Nobody will find this.
Smallest boat.
Attack! I need to fix my boat. D10 on a map?
Crash! Outpost, I should put this out of sight.
That's it, huh? These are different
Yeah,
pictures than
that's it.
last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so naughty man, we have to go kill a guy, right? Or I don't super understand this. This makes me what are we doing here? Are we trying to find where she got the treasure or end at Galleon's grave?
I think we're that's a good question. Here, wait, let me look at the guide.
No, we gotta figure this out. We're smart. At least the first time.
I mean, I see a treasure chest drawn.
Yeah, me too. It's
Makes
very
me think that. Yeah.
So I'm guessing from Galleon's grave, we work this backwards to find where she went.
Yeah. So west
To
from
the
Galleon's
snake pit.
grave.
The snake pit looks like it's a bar, so it would be an outpost.
It also makes me think Snake Island.
Yeah. Well, where's Galleon?
Where's Galleon's grave?
I was way at the top. We have to go far.
Well, if we go west, that leads to Daggertooth, so that could be
Could be it. Okay.
Snake Pit.
And then they went northeast from Daggertooth. What's northeast of Daggertooth? Blind Man's Lagoon? No, it has a big rock on it.
And it looks more like Old Faithful, maybe.
Hmm. I could see that. Yeah, she's.
I would concur with that.
Yeah, because I think the
the thing-
compass marker says south,
south,
which
yeah.
means they were going north. So that north would have been Old Faithful.
Okay.
So next to Old Faithful, Scurvy.
Okay, that looks like it.
Wow.
Look, there's a big rock on that
Yeah.
with a smaller rock in the front.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Scurvy Islet.
Okay, so we need to go to Scurvy. Does it say Islet or is it Eiley? I've never heard of Eiley, but I thought that's what I
I think
read.
it's Eiley.
What is an Eiley?
I don't know. I don't know.
Isley? Isley or isn'tly? Okay.
Isley.
To be or to isn'tly.
Okay, and then from Daggertooth,
Wait, what are we doing from Daggertooth?
uh,
Treasure Adventure.
looking at Treasure Adventure.
They went down to. They found
I
the
don't know what
treasure.
that's supposed to be.
I think that's Crooked Mast or Shipwreck. Let me see.
Let's see. Go back to Daggertooth.
Where's Daggertooth?
North.
Shipwreck Bay, yeah, because
Yeah,
It
I
has
think
a
it's
red
Shipwreck
ship.
Bay, because it's circled.
Then they
And
went
then
northwest.
from there.
Hidden Spring Keep, maybe? No, it's a pair of islands. Rum Runner Island. I had to.
Wait, did it say northwest or northeast?
northwest?
Northwest.
West.
I think it's Rum Runner.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
that. Well, here's the thing, though. Remember, because we've been to there's a hidden island that's right in this area. I think it's around.
That's
Oh,
that's
he's right.
N13. That's southeast.
Yeah, but
Well, I just think that would correspond with the.
so
That's
I think
strange.
I think we need to go to Shipwreck and head northeast. And I did think it's odd. There is that huge gap of water there. There is probably an island there. So we need to go northwest from Shipwreck. Oh,
Northwest.
Northwest. No, wait, no. Put it back on Eiley.
Oh, wait. No, K9 is
Yeah. Okay.
northwest.
Yeah.
That's what we were thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because I remember there is a sunken ship in between all those islands.
Perfect.
Exactly,
Well, then, That's
yeah.
where that is.
Okay, and then
So-
smallest boat.
This one full on gave us
D10.
coordinates, right? Yeah.
Where's D10? Fuck me.
No, thank you.
Okay, so that's gonna be Port Merrick.
Is it really? It's an outpost.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a wait. D10.
So it's
is,
near an outpost.
Is it a different outpost? Or is it still? They crashed on a rock.
And there's a cave.
I think it's,
okay,
I think it is not Port Merrick, but Sanctuary. And it's that little island off on the edge.
Well, they said D10.
Starting at D10, but look, they moved from there.
Yeah, but they go to wait. Did they go to another outpost?
Yeah, because it's a outpost at the bottom is a long
Oh,
dock,
yeah.
Another yeah.
And then another one. So
I think it's one of the Sanctuary's little islands. Either that. See, here's what gets me. Is
well,
outpost-
there's a cave on the drawing, so it could be. Does Lone Cove have caves?
I think it does. Yeah, it has
Okay.
quite a big cave system.
Oh, passing
Yeah.
an
That's right off of
outpost.
Sanctuary.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hit up Lone Cove.
Okay, so we
So-
have our targets.
From here, we could go directly to K9,
The
and then
Uncharted
head up
Island.
Lone Cove, and then Scurvy.
Yeah, that works.
Let's do it.
So we'll just head northwest.
Do we want to grab that Reaper's
Alright.
chest while we're right here?
Where's the Reapers?
It's is that on? Yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's
It's right
do
here
it.
as well.
Means it's probably a shipwreck. Do we want to grab a storage crate, or do we have one?
We have a storage crate.
All right, let's do this.
Have one.
And hopefully the rest of the server won't mind everything we're doing because there's a Fort of Fortune. No, I didn't listen to Tasha. What are we doing with these?
I think we're just bringing them back to her.
I think so, yeah. Also, are we bringing the Reaper's chest or hideout on?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just bring it to Reaper's hideout because it's on the way, and then we can do a drive-by sell.
Yeah. That's a really pretty shipwreck.
Ooh, that is a
Oh,
very pretty
never
shipwreck.
mind.
Oh, did it just change color?
It's just more than color, shape.
Oh, what the fuck? It's so weird when it does that.
See, this is why women should have not done that.
What?
I almost said something I regretted and then pivoted.
You almost said something cancelable?
Pretty much. And remembered I was recording and all that jazz.
Were you gonna make a sexist comment?
Yeah, as a joke.
I mean-
I don't actually hold anything like that, but you know, I was,
We wouldn't tell Twitter about the things you.
no, but my future employer might. Look at my
I
YouTube
think you
channel.
mean act. Alright, I got the Reaper's chest. Wreck of the Foul Eel.
Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Crate of immaculate diamonds.
Let me dive down with the storage crate.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, there is a good amount of stuff down here.
I will do that. Thank you very much.
You should do that.
I'm going to.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Hey. Smells like sharks are in the water. Ooh, a barnacle chest. Ooh, something to blow up Reed with.
Okay.
I just had to make sure the boat was sunk.
I don't think it was going anywhere.
Not
I need to
anymore.
breathe before I drown.
Alright, nothing else down here?
I got another barnacle chest.
Nice.
Barnacles are so weird to me. Like, that they're animals. They just don't feel like they should be animals.
I know, right? You think that they're like plant,
Yeah, like a sort of
or
algae.
even like a fungus, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that they're so durable too, and they just plant themselves on things. Like, how does that even happen? Nature, you
They get
scary.
reproduced.
Oh, I think they reproduce kind of like most stationary underwater things, and they just let stuff fly in the wind.
Like spores.
No, it's
But
still-
they're so it's just sperm spray,
yeah. You know,
spermicide.
that's why the ocean's so salty.
I regret this conversation. Oh, thank you. You saved me from a shark.
I swear, I didn't mean to. Jonathan, do you want to go get some easy shark spearing?
Although that will consume the harpoon.
Oh, that's fine. That's what they're here for.
Yeah, we're not gonna use them during the tall tale.
Well, I was thinking more so for maybe hunting a meg after the...
Well, we still
We
can.
can always,
but-
we can always get more.
yeah. And
This is if you care to complete the commendation.
Yeah, if you don't care about the commendations, don't worry about it.
I mean, yeah, I don't really care. I think they'd be...
Alright, then I'm heading us northwest.
Just to let you know, Matthew and I are gonna become shark brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what is this shark? Is it a curse?
It is a curse.
Yeah.
So you both are going to become sharks.
Well,
Shark people.
our torsos will gain gills and turn blue, and we'll get fins.
And glowy green eyes.
Yeah.
I.e., become sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all the traits of the shark, every single one.
And if we ever stop moving in game, we'll slowly drain health.
Now that is interesting.
That is
Yeah,
one
if-
thing.
So now-
they call it a
Every
curse.
10 minutes,
If you're both,
you have to jump in the water.
if you're both sharks, then you have to decide between yourselves who's going to be right shark versus who's going to be the coveted left shark role.
I'm going to be King Shark, dude, from Hit Suicide Squad.
I'm gonna be Bruce.
Hello. Name's Bruce. I love that line when he says his name. He's totally Brucing it.
That's a certified Bruce moment.
Brewster.
Yes, sir. Should we load up the rowboat and I can just sell everything here to the Reapers?
We need to be going more north,
I'm gonna do
by the way.
that.
That's a good heading.
I mean, I would say let's just sell the Reaper's ship. I mean, we want as much...
I mean, nothing else here is gonna gain value from Emissary. So we could just sell to the Reapers.
Alright, well, I mean, if we have no hunter's items,
Okay.
Yeah, none of this is hunters.
I'll get loading then.
So are we just gonna ditch the robot? Are we okay with that?
Yeah, because with all the islands we're visiting, odds are we'll find another.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll find one with a cannon or a harpoon.
Or a lantern.
No,
No.
those are too rare. Impossible.
Something being impossible is the first step to it being kind of possible.
Someone says impossible, just remember I'm possible.
Just remember Kim Possible from Disney Channel.
Hmm. I like vaguely remember that show. I don't think I
never-
watched it very
Yeah, I
seriously.
didn't really watch it.
Why? Because it starred a woman?
Hey,
You
this
sexist
is a no
pig.
sexist zone.
Yeah, tell that to
why?
the...
Is it because
Women
Kim
can't
Possible
drive joke
isn't
you're
a
gonna make.
trad wife?
Is it because she's a girl boss?
I'm not your boss.
I'm not your girl.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
No, it's Guy.
I don't know the quote in its entirety.
I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy, Guy. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy.
Dude, what does mine say?
No way! What does mine say?
Dude, what does mine say?
No way! What does mine say?
Dude, what does mine say?
No way! What does mine say?
Dude, what does mine
Wait,
say?
Guys, come back.
What did you... No. No.
I found something cool.
That does look pretty cool.
What is it?
He blew up. He wanted to bring us a barrel.
Now I'm gonna act like I don't know nobody.
Well, tell you what, I mean, do we want to do more hypothetical?
Okay, I've got one. I've got one.
Because I'm sure that, you know, these totally random memes, while riveting for us, are maybe not the most enjoyable viewing.
I'm not gonna cater my videos to not myself. But at the same time, I like hypotheticals, so...
I think we should ask the chat.
I'm not streaming.
Oh, okay.
Well, tell us in the comments whether you want random memes, because we can do random memes the whole time. So comment if you want more of this.
I think we just need to be ourselves.
Yeah.
Just do it we do.
Okay.
Which is take names or kick names and take ass.
And I'm all out of... Hey,
All out of feet.
another shipwreck.
Ah.
I'm gonna go look at it.
Anything good?
Hold on, I forgot how to open my eyes. I quite undershot that.
Hmm.
But I'm getting closer. There you are, boat. Wow, this was a deep one.
Yeah, you're right. This is deep.
The wreck of the damned Hydra. You know what? I don't mind that we didn't stop for this. This is both deep and an annoying configuration. Is there even anything huntersy I can pick up to increase our thing? Oh, there were 2 spears. All right, hypothetically, if you were stuck in a room with no windows and no doors.
Go crazy.
No, that's only in the rubber room with rats.
Rats? I was rats once. They put me in a room.
I was
A
rats
rubber
once.
room.
Squeak,
A
squeak,
rubber
squeak,
room with
squeak.
crazy, and crazy makes me rats.
Okay, if you were stuck in a room with no windows and no doors, but you had a television with the first 3 seasons of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, how long would you watch before you try to find a way out?
Well, my first thought would probably be, how do I get... I would probably have tested that before I invested.
What, you're not going to prioritize The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? That's a quality show.
I mean, if it's on, then that's fine, but my actual action is going to be more so geared towards, how do I get out of the room?
Okay, well, let's say
Is it already playing on the TV, or do I have to put in the DVD?
you have to put in the DVD. Like, you see the TV there,
Okay,
and
then
it's got the DVD.
I'm gonna spend my time trying to like kick down the wall first.
What? Really?
Is it like drywall?
No, it's The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
No. You bastard. You know what I mean.
It's a look. Let's just. So you would both just try to leave immediately without like. I mean, this
Yeah,
is the first 3
I mean,
seasons.
I would at
That's a
least
lot of-
investigate.
That's a lot of content, man. You're just gonna pass all that up. All
Well,
right,
I can also just get free and then seek it out
I'm
on...
gonna go west.
all right. Well, let's say you woke up with a hypodermic needle in your neck, but there was also a continental breakfast. Would that change your answer?
Would. I don't know if I would eat anything. Because
No.
on one hand, I'm like, I don't know if I can trust the food. It could be poisoned. But on the other, I already had a needle in my neck. If they wanted to kill me, they would have
Right.
killed me. So I'd probably eat something first.
Would you watch Zack
Before
and Cody
trying
while
to-
you're eating it?
But what
No,
if the
no,
breakfast
no.
is poisoned?
I'd like eat it. Well, then I'd die, I guess.
All
But
right.
why wouldn't they just poison me while I was unconscious with the hypodermic needle in my neck?
Well, because this way it's more of a suicide. If you willingly
No,
choose
it's
to eat
still
the food
murder.
that kills you.
No, that's not a suicide.
That's not how suicide works. Legally, that's still murder.
Okay, well, it's not suicide, it's voluntary then.
I don't think
That-
so. No, I think it's still
No,
just
it's still
first-degree
it's
murder.
still murder. Yeah. Because I'm not like
that would be like an
knowingly
assassin.
eating poison.
That'd be like an assassin coming in poisoning like the president's drink. That's an assassination. That's not the president committing voluntary manslaughter. But we're getting off topic. You guys are forgetting about Zack and Cody.
Here's the thing. I gotta confess.
You've never seen it?
I preferred Sweet Life on Deck.
Finally, someone else cultured. Yeah, that was an underrated show. That made me think that was what
Yeah.
high school was actually going to be like if it were on a boat.
They were all essentially just homeschooled
They were,
together, which is funny.
dude. I'm so glad that got a sequel show. Whatever happened to Dylan and Cole Sprouse?
One starred in Riverdale, and then nothing ever again because Riverdale was bad, I guess.
Oh,
And the other died of a drug overdose, I think.
holy shit! Really?
No, I have no idea.
Oh,
Are you disappointed
that you lied
that
to me.
one of them? Oh, okay. I was like, damn,
How could you?
dark, dude. Quite
Alright.
easily, actually.
If you guys want to start adjusting over to wherever, I'll take the boat from here.
We can get much closer.
Okay. Oh, battle stations. I'm raising the sails.
Alright, this is a sloop, easy pickings.
Alright, I'm boarding.
You should have tons of holes to defend.
I do, but these are shadow skeletons, which means I have to balance the lantern and fighting.
Let me send over a flare.
They're already about to sink, actually. Yeah, we win. You ready on anchor? Actually, just drop anchor. Oh, here, this is perfect. Here, release the rowboat. I'll just pull everything onto the boat.
Smart. I don't see the loot.
Me either. Head left more. Huh. Weird. Jonathan, do you see the loot?
Yeah, it's behind you, to the southeast. You've gone way past it.
Have we?
Oh shit.
Southeast. That's the way we were facing. We passed it?
Yeah, you passed it. It's not too far from the
Oh,
ship.
I see it. Yeah, directly ahead. Bank right
Oh,
over.
I see it, yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan. See, this is why we go to the Hall of Presidents. If I went more, then I would have the brain to find that. Alright, brakes.
Now, these mermaid gems we can get,
Yes.
so perhaps we should save those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two of them, so I'll bring the boat back round. You guys can pick up the mermaid gems, and I'll be on my way. Oh, you guys can just take them now if you want. There's only two.
I mean, we're still pretty far from Reapers. Why don't we just bring you a little bit closer?
Because that wastes your time, and I'm fine. Boats are fast.
Okay. If you insist.
I'm good, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though, but look, I'm already in front of the boat.
You'd say that while you're actively behind the boat, but okay.
I'm sorry, do I question your role as our manman?
I don't even know what that is.
That's the guy who knows that there's manpower. He's the manman.
There you go, are you bringing the other mermaid gem back?
Well, the thing is, there's two of them. There's one more in the pile
I just grabbed
that
one.
we picked up previously.
So there are 3 total?
There are 3 total. So here it is.
We'll just drop it,
Yeah, I'll
and then
put it
start
off.
swimming back with the other one, and
There we go.
I'll harpoon it.
Damn it, I lost sight of Reapers because of that. Where'd it go?
think it's still just in front of you.
There it is. My boat got turned around during the mermaid gem thing.
Mm. God, this figurehead is so cool.
Thanks.
Alright, so now we need to go like straight north.
Alright, goodbye, gentlemen.
Bye.
I'll rejoin you as soon as I am able.
Land ho!
Alright, here it is. Uncharted Cana.
Oh, I'm gonna miss the first leg. Oh well.
And there's another shipwreck.
Reaper's been here. How can you tell? Another shipwreck.
there should be a chest at the bottom. This rack.
$75 doubloons. Let's go.
Hey.
I'm almost done. I've only got 3 more things.
Nope. This it? Yep, pick up Chalice Key. Alright, I got it.
What key?
Chalice Key.
Chalice. What is this, Cuphead?
Yeah.
No wonder it's so hard. Alright. Reapers is sold to. Joining the mermaid. Whew.
Put this on the captain's table.
Alright, so what was that? Treasure Adventure? That was Treasure Adventure.
Yeah. Yes.
So, next is Badman or Smallest Boat? Or Naughty Man?
I think next is Smallest Boat.
Yes, over at Lone Cove, Northwest. Well done, guys.
Yes, indeed. Well, Lone Cove will want northwest.
Nope, I can see the Fort of the Damned from here. And there's a player galleon at it.
Good thing we didn't go after it then.
Yeah. Jonathan, here's a hypothetical for you and Reed. If you went to Southeast Asia and someone offered you shark fin soup, would you eat it?
Legal in Asia?
Huh?
Is it legal where they're selling it?
I don't know the legality of it anywhere, to be honest.
Shark is illegal in the States, I know that much.
Well, we're not in the States. I don't know how it's treated over there. I just know people still do it.
Honestly, as long as there's no cops around, I would eat it. Just to say that
I mean,
eat shark.
it is a delicacy many places.
I would not.
You wouldn't eat it? I like to try exotic meats.
I don't like the idea of it.
And I mean,
Did
think
you
about it.
ever-
You know, if you were staying right, or if you were staying over with some, right, staying in one of the locals' houses. I mean, these are not rich people. These are, these are poor working class people, and this
Oh,
is
well,
what
if
they
it's
eat, and they
the-
offer it to you.
Yeah, if I'm staying with someone.
Are you
I
gonna
was-
refuse it?
I was picturing in my mind like the wet market. But if I'm
Oh.
if I'm staying with somebody, then what is
Nope. Meg.
Well, we have 1,000,000 harpoons.
let's raise sails.
Now, how many harpoon hits on the Meg do I have to have?
I don't know the exact answer because no one ever carries them.
15.
I mean 15.
For the commendation is 15.
Oh,
Well, do I check that in
Still,
the
I don't
pirate
know.
log?
well, check it after
Yeah.
this.
Call my high reach.
I've got these repairs while Jonathan gets the spears ready.
Yep.
Does this count as our Meg hunt for our grand tour tonight?
It can.
We'll see how much time's left. Alright, Jonathan, I'm loading this one up for you. You ready? Where did he go?
So we still have 2 days to,
Oh,
relive all the content too.
Well, season 16 starts.
On the 22nd, yeah.
here you go, Jonathan. I've loaded a spear into this one. Nice. I'll go repair while you reload spears. What are you doing down here? You're the spearman. Go, go, go. Alright, it's coming up on our right side. Get ready.
There we go.
You knocked me off. I gotta get back to the boat.
Yeah, same.
I'm making sure there's a spear and everything. Alright, where
Oh,
is
he's behind us, and he's not really moving. Come on. Grass.
I'm rotating us. Jonathan, get on cannon. Go for it. No, but the spears.
That was a spear.
Oh, it looks very cannonball-y. Alright, here we go. Dang, he went far.
No.
I'm gonna cry. Ooh, player ship. No, skeleton ship. There he is.
Drop and sail. Bring us a little bit closer.
Here he comes. Woo! Alright, on this one, other cannon.
Spear.
Whoa,
Oh, that was it. That spear is what killed him. I got the.
Nice.
Oh man, that was a weird.
Wow. And he was right on top of us too. That was a brilliant bit of timing.
So that got you the commendation for it?
Well, what's the name of the commendation? Do anybody remember?
I don't.
Was it
So you'll
Sea
go to-
Beast Spear Hunter?
Maybe. You'll go to
Reputation, Bilge Rats, Wild Seas.
the second page.
Yeah, Sea Beast Spear Hunter.
Woo!
Yeah, then I got it in the middle of that.
Nice.
Lovely. All right, then we are all good to fight the next one normally. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Well, thank you. You're doing a great job setting me up. Look at that. 15 out of 15 for hitting Krakens, Megalodons, or Ancient. So yeah, no, thank you.
Anytime. Except on Wednesdays. We don't do it on Wednesdays. Oh, I fell.
Got everything? That's everything.
I'm still getting meg.
Alright, onwards.
I think that's it. Alright, I've got 4 more meg pieces, baby. It's going in the bottom barrel. Alright, which way?
Alright, northwest is still the way to go.
Alright. Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead, 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 full speed.
Full speed ahead, full speed ahead, full speed, full head of speed, speed ahead, hole. I lost it there.
Bit on that thing.
We're off, and away we go. Where are we going again? I forgot.
Lone
Lone
Cove.
Cove.
Ah, look.
We're gonna go west. Like straight west.
You guys hear sirens? Oh no, it's the fortress.
Yeah, straight on west now.
Oh, west? I thought you said west.
It's funnier every single time.
I know it is. Also, oh, I'm gonna go see Lilo and Stitch on Friday.
Ooh.
So,
Tell us how that is.
yeah, I will.
I'm not that hopeful,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Me either, but
Your mom loves live action Disney. So.
yeah. But like I said, she did good not going to go see Mufasa, Snow White, or there was another one. I can't believe they're making a live action Moana.
Yeah.
That feels way too recent to do live action.
Right?
Oh, by the way, speaking of
Next they're gonna
movie,
do a
that
live
reminds.
action Frozen.
I know I missed the main Thunderbolts discussion, but I would love to hear your review of.
We both really didn't like it, if I'm being completely dishonest.
Yeah. That's very dishonest. I enjoyed it. I thought all the character dynamics were so entertaining. I was like a little disappointed that they killed off Taskmaster.
It
but
was
also,
very fast.
It was very shocking, and I think left me a little on edge for the rest of the movie, which was a good kind of strong move. Not many movies make that risk.
Yeah.
I loved that the end sequence wasn't just like a big battle where they're shooting guns and fighting an army of aliens, but it was like instead much different, and it's kind of the psychedelic
Yeah.
type thing, which was just very novel.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
I had like no clue who Sentinel was as a character.
Sentry.
Sentry, thank you. Yeah, Matt explained it to me afterwards, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like, there were a couple of like plot hole things, namely, all of Manhattan just got collectively traumatized, and yet
Yeah.
somehow there's
Literally
this, like,
everybody.
line of reporters there within 3 minutes after living their worst moments of their lives on
Yeah.
repeat.
I will admit, I
and
did
being
also
turned
notice
into
that
shadow.
that was a little strange.
Yeah.
How the press conference still happened.
I see. I will die on this hill. I don't think. What the hell just killed me? There's a boar on this
You
island.
don't think that's what killed you?
I don't think it's too weird that the reporters were there, because everyone knows that reporters have never had anything bad happen to them, which is why they can be unbiased. It's just science.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Well, let me ask you: are you in the Thunderbolts is my favorite since Endgame crowd?
Definitely.
Is this one of your
not.
favorites since Endgame?
Definitely not. My favorite since Endgame, but it was very good. I liked it a lot. It was a good return to form.
It's funny because when we were talking about it, we mentioned that you put it, or did you put it in your top 5 since Endgame?
Since Endgame, it's actually in my top. Oh, since Endgame,
Wait, you're
it's now in my top
what?
3.
Top 3.
It's now in my top 3 since.
We were talking about it. It's like there's only been like 7 movies since Endgame. Like, a lot of it has been like Disney Plus projects. But I don't know. I'd have to like go back and look and see everything that came after Endgame. It does make me more excited for other MCU projects, assuming they can kind of maintain this level of quality.
Yeah, let's hope it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. I mean, given, like, Kevin Feige has stated that he wants to focus more on quality, and that a lot of the push for, like, cranking out movies was the higher ups. That was never.
And
his,
also, if I may
his
just
line.
if I may just add, it's 13 movies is the official count since Endgame.
Really?
13 feature films. Actually 14 if you count Spider-Man Far From Home. So
course I
14 feature films.
Wow. Can you list them in order? Yeah,
In chronological order?
Yeah, since Endgame.
Yeah, I can list them in chronological order. So in release order, it is
release
Far
order.
From Home, because that was like 2 months after Endgame. And then in 2021 we had 4 movies: Black Widow, Shang-Chi, The Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home. So 4 in 2021, 3 in 2022, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And then 3 more in 2023, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and The Marvels. And 1 last year, 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine. And now we're getting 3 more in total this year, with Captain America: Brave New World, this, Thunderbolts, and then in July, Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of speaks to the problem that they were that forgettable that I just forgot the half of those. Granted, I didn't watch a lot of them, but there is a boar on this island.
There's 2. I'm chasing one right now.
I'm gonna kill this one.
I'm gonna try to kill this one.
So you would say one of your favorites since Endgame, then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I certainly agree.
Yeah, I think it was a very, very good movie. I think saying it's one of my favorites since Endgame speaks more to the quality of movies since Endgame than the quality of this movie in general.
That's a good point.
I mean, there are definitely several films I really like: Spider-Man No Way Home, Shang-Chi, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I mean, there are definitely some winners there, and this. So, I mean, there are definitely winners there. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was great. Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a lot of fun. So, I mean, there have definitely been some winners there. But this was definitely a stellar example of, I think, Marvel's pivot back to quality over quantity now.
I will say the hill the hill I'm willing to die on is that Deadpool and Wolverine didn't feel like an MCU movie. Especially because they end up back in their original universe and not in the MCU universe. Like, they don't end up on the Sacred Timeline because they end up rescuing the Deadpool timeline. So it's like, you know, after all this advertising of Deadpool's coming to the MCU, Deadpool's coming to the MCU, and it's like he kind of didn't.
No,
In a way?
he definitely didn't.
It's weird.
He definitively
And it's also
didn't.
yeah, and like they still don't really know what they're doing with the X-Men and Wolverine and like.
Yeah,
Well,
that's mainly going to be after next
Yeah, that's
couple of Avengers are done.
Honestly, I think they should focus more on making it a kind of clean slate.
me too. I
X-Men
mean, we need to establish a
hard
Oh, I
reboot.
think that was a thing. I
Yeah.
don't. I also don't care for Valentina living or being in charge of a thing still. I don't. I
Oh
didn't,
yes, to being head of the CIA. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Well,
didn't- I
but the
didn't-
thing is that kind of the fun reversal of Thunderbolts is that she's gone from the puppet master to the puppet, kind of, which
Yeah,
is
but
kind of entertaining,
Has
actually.
she though?
I think
She's
so.
still head of the CIA, and these are the like kind of like they were saying.
But they were,
Avengers.
but they were literally about to. And the whole point of Sentry was she was trying to create a superhuman that she could to make herself, you know, unimpeachable.
right.
But that didn't work out,
So
and
now
now
she's
the
just
new Avengers project kind of controls her, not the other way around.
I mean, I'm
I
a
think
fan of Julia Louis-Dreyfus, so I'm not really complaining that she's sticking around.
I don't have an opinion one way or the other on the actor. But as for the character, I oh no, the person who had power doesn't have power, but also doesn't receive punishment. I don't like that.
Yeah, that is. I can see that as being kind of narratively unsatisfying. There's no like comeuppance.
Yeah, that's just me. And that was like my one gripe with it. I really enjoyed Sentry. I loved how the characters bounced off each other. I loved Yelena. Everyone loved Yelena.
Yeah.
That was great. It was a fantastic movie. All I did not care for was that portion of the ending, and kind of the
Well-
the general vibe of that's been plaguing the MCU since Endgame. Of they're still not quite committing to this being the new Avengers, because they talked like, oh, but Sam Wilson's assembling his own team.
But that's also a fun idea, though. I actually really like the idea that now you've got the official Avengers and the unofficial Avengers. Nobody really knows
the
who
government
has
sanctioned
authority.
Avengers and the
Yeah, like that's actually really fun. And also, I'm gonna second read on saying that I mean Julia Louis-Dreyfus is great, and she's essentially doing Selena Meyer, her character from Veep in the MCU, which I think is just fantastic. So I will definitely second read. I think that Julia Louis-Dreyfus is definitely an asset to the franchise, and I'm excited to see more of that character. But yeah, I that's my favorite part of the post-credit scene of this, which, by the way, can we just say, great post-credit scene. I mean, because it actually is a scene. You know, this was not BS. This was actually a scene that will play into stuff that's going to be relevant in the next Avengers film. And I just really found it funny, the idea that the government-sanctioned Avengers, they've moved into the Avengers Tower, and yet there's a space crisis going on, and like nobody is telling them anything. Like they have to like find out for themselves, figure out for themselves what's going on, because like, you know, everyone's treating the unofficial Avengers led by Sam Wilson as the official Avengers, so the actual official Avengers kind of have to figure it out for themselves. That's funny. I think that that's a genuinely great source of tension between these two groups. And
Yeah,
I think that
I
it's going to
just-
add to this factionalism that we're going to see in Avengers Doomsday between the Sam Wilson Avengers, the new Avengers, the original X-Men from the X-Men universe, and the Fantastic Four.
Oh, they're not bringing back the X-Men from X-Men, right? This is going to be the MCU
They are.
version.
It's
I-
going to be
It's not-
it's going
I
to
don't
be
I don't
Patrick
think
Stewart and Ian McKellen and all.
it's the same actors, but
I
not the same
hope not.
characters. Yeah,
No, it is going to be the same
No.
characters. They've announced that already.
not like literal like. not the same characters we followed in the Fox universe. They retired that with Deadpool Wolverine. That was their send-off.
Well, it is the same characters. I mean, they're bringing back Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
But it's the same
They're
thing.
bringing back Ian McKellen as
Yeah,
they're
but
bringing
listen,
back
But Jonathan, it's like in Multiverse of Madness that Patrick Stewart Professor X that was on the Illuminati was not the Patrick Stewart Professor X that we saw in every Fox movie of X-Men.
Okay, well, if you
That's
want to
what-
say the same actor playing the same character from a different time, I mean, it's still the same actor playing the same character.
Right, but that's way different narratively. Like, am I
Okay,
wrong
well,
in
if you
that
want to
read?
make that distinction, well, if you want to make that distinction, that's fine.
I
It's
think
still-
it's not different enough narratively, and that's why I hate that decision. Like, they really just need to do a hard reboot of these characters.
I could
Like,
also
it just
it's a
makes it so much
nostalgia
more.
play.
It is, but it just makes it so much more confusing for the audience. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like,
I
oh,
think
do we
that's-
need to go back and watch the Fox things? Do we not?
Well, I
It's
think
like-
the idea is you.
Like, we don't get to see any new
I think the
takes on
idea is
characters.
that people already know these characters because they already have seen films.
Well,
I don't think it's about rewatching them. It's just that you already know these characters over,
Well,
almost
here's
20
a-
years of
here's
storytelling.
another one.
As someone who hasn't watched
yeah,
any of
it's
the Fox
been-
X-Men, I don't know these characters.
It's been 20 years. Do people know these characters at this point? Does the current generation following Marvel
Yeah,
care much?
absolutely. Those movies were. Those was one of the
Also-
biggest franchises in the world.
And that's
To me,
but
it's like
done.
every time you reboot James Bond, you recast Sean Connery as James Bond. It's like, no, you have to give other people a chance to explore the character and give it a fresh identity. It's like, nostalgia can only take you so far. I feel like with the multiverse stuff, it's just so convoluted so fast that, like,
At the same
I
time,
personally want, like, distinct lines.
At the same time, though, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it as much as Reed is, because it is an easy way to convey to people who are in the know who each character is without causing them confusion.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want
but-
to debate the merits of bringing in a new cast or not, then that's fine. I know that a lot of people are tired of the nostalgia, like what Reed is saying, to do something new, and that's fine. No one's saying don't bring in a new X-Men cast. That's what they are going to do. But I think it's just, if you have to have a shortcut to including the X-Men in this Avengers movie, then bringing in the actors and the characters that people already know is not a bad way to do it. So that way we don't have to set up a whole new cast on top of then including them in the big team-up movie. You know, people already know what Patrick Stewart's Professor X is. People already know what Ian McKellen's, Magneto, so on and so forth. So it's just a shortcut to getting people on board with, you've seen these characters before, and now we're throwing them in this big, space crisis movie.
I hope that they do something worthwhile in it, though, and they're not just thrown in.
I mean, I
Kinda
definitely
like
think
the
it's going to be
Illuminati.
more impactful than... Well, yeah, because the Illuminati in Doctor Strange 2, I mean, that just sucked. I mean, that was not very fun.
That's what
And so,
I think
I-
that's what
I
I've been
think
burned and why I'm a little opposed to it, is because that is what we have to go off of right now of the MCU's attempt at making a multiverse spanning movie.
Well, I'm pretty confident because, again, we're getting the same screenwriters and directors as,
Infinity
Winter
War and
Soldier,
Endgame
Captain America, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. I mean, this is a team that has proven that, they can deliver on
This is
these
true.
movies.
Also,
So I definitely think they're going to at least clear the Doctor Strange 2 bar.
let's hope. Also, what the hell are we doing on this island?
Yeah, I'm not. Fine. I guess there's supposed to be a rowboat somewhere,
Oh.
but I'm not
Wait, no,
seeing.
they're not. Is this Naughty Man?
No, this is the last one.
Oh, this is the smallest.
This
really?
is smallest boat. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm like not really seeing what we're supposed to. But I also like don't see any other equivalent islands.
I mean, I'm pretty
mean,
sure
that-
this is it. I believe we're in the right
Yeah.
place.
Oh, by the way, I've killed that boar and got a pristine tusk, so when we sell, that'll get us.
Nice.
Alright. Hey, did anybody get the other boar I was looking
Oh
for?
wait,
Adam.
I found a cave. And I found a rowboat.
In the cave?
Got it.
Nice.
All that to say, I really liked Thunderbolts. It was a good sign of things to come. And I'm very, 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 very excited for Fantastic Four.
Yes, agreed. Seeing
Oh.
Thunderbolts and seeing how well Thunderbolts turned out has definitely boosted my enthusiasm for Fantastic Four now.
Oh, and I have a confession to make, Reed. Because I wasn't sure how much it, and this speaks to him because I'm not a normal person, let's say. Because they were so vague and kept saying Deadpool's joining the MCU, I full on watched, and I had never seen Logan before. I watched the entire Fox franchise in order before that movie. And it was sad to see that was a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah.
It made Deadpool Wolverine callback things more fun for me because I could see the characters they were talking about and little inside jokes and tongue-in-cheek little nods to remember when we did this? But I don't know if it was worth it.
I mean, I also remember when they had the actor that played Quicksilver
Yeah, in WandaVision.
in WandaVision, and everyone got so upset. And I was like, why? What are you achieving with this? You know, what is the point?
Thank you, Jonathan.
You know, it's just kind of another cameo, but it doesn't really contribute anything to the story.
And it was it's playing for theory bait, which I don't care for when you don't pay it off with something.
Yeah, and that's also why the Illuminati scene didn't work too, because it didn't contribute anything narratively. It was just like, ooh, look, these are characters you know. Jingle, 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 dangling keys in front of your face like a fucking baby.
Oh, where'd the keys go?
Jingle, jingle, jangle, jingle. I don't know. I think I'm just a victim of superhero fatigue a little bit too. I think that could be part of it. I'm not sure.
And it's real easy to point out the negative things, but at the same time, I'm still going to all these. I've still seen everything, almost. I haven't seen Daredevil yet. I watched the first episode, and I will finish it in the coming weeks, but I was not... Here's another one. There's another example, Jonathan. You watched Daredevil on Netflix, right? You were into that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy died in the first episode of Daredevil, Born Again, and
Yeah.
Kingpin became mayor, and I don't care. I don't know these characters.
Okay, well, that's... I mean, I would definitely, if you are curious, the original series was definitely great. I mean, I would definitely recommend it.
That's what I've heard.
But I mean,
don't,
if it's not for you, then it's not for you.
No,
That's another thing though, because does that mean that the Luke Cage show is also canon to the MCU and
make an appearance in this thing? If
Well,
so,
technically, it always was. Technically, technically the Netflix Guardians shows or Defenders shows or whatever they were called, they already were canon
I thought
the
they
whole
got
time.
similar to Agents of Shield, though. I thought they got decanonized at a point. Because I know that
As
after
far as I can recall, they were always part of the.
See, this is This is kind of the same problem I have with Matthew. Are you familiar at all with the Legend of Zelda series?
Yeah, I am. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, it's like, you know. Oh, there's a skull, a chest. Can I get it? I got the chest.
It's so hard to follow the story of where you are.
It's so hard to follow the story, and like with the Legend of Zelda games, there's been
retcons and time travel.
25, 26, maybe even like 30 games. I'm not sure. A ton of games, and for some reason, all the fans think, oh, they have to all fit into like a singular timeline. They all need to be connected, and so Nintendo tried to release their own like official lore timeline. But it's so convoluted that the timeline itself had to be split up into 3 separate branches. And it's like, just let them be separate stories at a point, too, you know? Like, there's this desperation to have everything connected. It's like, oh, we need to connect the Fox X-Men stuff to the MCU, and we need to connect the Sonyverse to the MCU, and we need to connect the Defender shows to the MCU, and it's like just let them be separate things.
Well,
like,
to be fair, bringing the Sony Spider-Man characters into the MCU would be the best thing that could happen to those characters.
Yeah,
because they've been horribly
it
mishandled.
would be terrible for the MCU. Is my point though.
Have you guys seen Venom 3 yet?
Like it? No.
I
haven't even seen Venom 1. I only watched Let There Be Carnage.
Venom 1 was a mischaracterization, but I had a ton of fun with it. Venom 2, it got more serious, and Carnage was really cool, and I had a ton of fun with it. But 3, I think Sony knew it. Sonyverse, or the directors at least knew, the Sonyverse wasn't catching on. It is just a non-stop, let's watch Venom get into funny shenanigans with his cool voice, and then throw in some really cool action scenes at the end, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I still definitely want to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but I am curious enough. Because, I mean, last year, they already knew with Venom 3 and Venom The Last Dance, right?
Yeah.
And Kraven the Hunter. By Kraven the Hunter, they knew the Sonyverse is dead. Like, we're not gonna continue throwing money into these. They're not.
Morbius, though. Like,
well, they should have known that.
They
should have known that.
We needed to wait for Madam Web.
They finally admitted last year that these movies aren't working. This universe is dead. So, and honestly, it's for the best, because that universe was a disaster. But of those movies, the least disastrous, at least, were the Venom movies.
Yeah.
Like Madam Web and Morbius and Kraven, like those were all abject disasters with no redeeming features. At least you can have kind of fun with the Venom movie.
I have a ton of fun with the Venom movie, and I will stand by that.
I mean, I had fun. I mean, like the first movie, I never really enjoyed the first movie that much, but the second movie was fun.
But what about when he says, that's funny. That's comedy gold right there.
Well, but you get even more of that in Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
It's
and
true.
Then yeah, I still want to watch. I still want to watch the third one for that reason.
You should, well, let's add
I
to
will
the
say,
list.
like, Venom taking over a horse
Oh,
and then,
hell
like,
yeah.
pushing it to its absolute limits does sound like a very cool
See,
scene.
that was pretty much the whole thing. They have right after that scene, they go to
like
Vegas to eat a guy just to take his suit, and then they spend a good 5 minutes letting Venom have a disco dance in the penthouse of a Vegas hotel with a sweet old lady from his house, from his home. And it's just fantastic. And then it ends by just abruptly going to the climax. They get ambushed by the FBI or whatever.
Wild.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix now, so I definitely.
It's going on the list.
All right. Well, do we have all of our quest items?
We should make a list of like. Well, I think we not necessarily split up into genres, but do like fun action movies and then like more serious, like cultural movies. and then like bad movies that we want to watch on purpose.
Where are
Well,
we
I
going?
already have several of those titles on the list. Definitely check out the list.
Are we going to Ancient Spire? Also, the Fire Meg's directly north of us.
Wait.
And wasn't there a third quest item?
Oh, I already put the key in the chest.
Well, yeah. Well, there's the
We're
key, the
good.
chest, and there was something else.
There was 2 keys.
Oh,
I put one of the keys in already, and then I just unlocked it with the second key.
Carved
Okay,
plank discovered. What is that? Oh, that's a checkpoint. Let's go fight the Meg. We have a checkpoint.
Oh, true. Fire Meg. Fire Meg.
Yeah, I'm taking this out.
Fire Meg.
Yeah, Venom. Venom was fun. I did not like the Sonyverse in general, but I will die on that hill that as objectively bad as the movies are from a filmmaking standpoint, I always have a ton of fun watching Venom, and I will watch them again. Where's the Fire Meg? Oh, he's to our left. We have to turn left.
And there he is. Alright, I gotta switch my loadout again.
Oh, me too. Alright, here we go. Battle stations. Jonathan, you ready?
all right. There we go.
Let's do this. Yar, you were our first failure this season, and now you shall be our final conquest.
All right, we still have 5 spears here.
Beautiful. Let's save it for his charges, when we know they'll hit. Alright, I got his attention. That was beautiful. I'm gonna give you guys a spin as he goes around. Oh god. Alright, I'll go repair.
All right, I'm firefighting.
I'll give you spin.
Alright, that is a repair. I'll leave this layer of water at the bottom in case we need it for fire.
Yep. Ow.
I hit him with a spear though.
Nice.
I'm down.
Oh, I got you.
I got knocked off the boat.
Alright, I got Jonathan's I need to go repair. Bada bing, bada boom. You're back.
Thank you.
Nice teamwork. Welcome back, Reed. Now where'd the guy go? There he is. Let's go. Not knocked off. Get on the other side, boys. Let's go. Oh, he's gonna blow soon. Get ready.
Alright, hit the deck.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the masts.
I'll get the masts.
No, no, no. Leave them
I'm
down.
repairing.
Well, one of them is in the way of the cannons.
But we can do it later. We need to not sink.
Oh, are we close? Oh
Yeah.
shit, we are.
On a brig, those explosions, those will wreck us. Oh god. Rude.
We're on fire. Oh. Yeah.
Not again. I just finished. Alright, good job, guys. Back on the offensive. Damn. Guys, I flowed up. I can't go to school
Ew.
tomorrow. Not again. Hit the
Hit the
deck,
deck.
hit below. Alright, we gotta prepare these quick. He's gonna charge any minute. Let's go, I got him with a spear.
Nice.
Alright, very
That
nice.
thing has got some stunning power. from the... Whoa, nice, Reed.
Thank you.
Rowboat. Cannon. Let's go. Where is he? I see his ashes. Is he under us? He's... Guys, get in the water.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Alright, back aboard. Whoa, what the...
Oh, what the fuck?
What's that?
Oh god.
Uh-oh. The ship's going crazy.
He lured us. Are we screwed?
Alright, I'm gonna clip that.
Oh my god, we're gonna sink if we don't get back on. What just happened? No, no, no,
Oh
no.
fuck.
I'm draining.
At least you pushed the ship towards me.
Everyone needs to get
Bailing.
on bail. Alright, I'm going to get the biggest holes.
Oh, he's gonna blow soon, I think.
Damn it. Alright, there's the level 3. Yep. Everyone hit the deck. Save your wood. There's a million level 3s back here. Jonathan, can you be on bail duty? Thank you, sir. Just till I get this flow under control. Okay. Wow, 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 wow.
Wobble-wee-woo.
Alright, back on the offensive. Again. Are you dead?
Hold on, yeah, I'm dead. I have to respawn.
Go for it.
Oh, I can... Oh, I was gonna revive you.
I think he got knocked off the boat.
I was off the ship.
Oh, okay.
Very rude of Senor Spicy.
Fuck. Oh god.
We are okay. We will live.
Tried to eat a coconut, but I accidentally pulled out a cannonball, and that visual I thought was... I was just biting down
here
and losing my
comes-
teeth instantly.
Oh, we.
Okay, I came out at the exact wrong time.
There's no wrong time to come out. We'll always accept you.
Thank you. Thank you for being an ally to me, a cishet white dude. Lord knows I have it the worst.
It's not that, it's that you're a gamer.
Oh, so true. Oh, I'm dead on above deck.
I'm bailing, and I'll get you.
And I'll keep repairing.
Keep it up, I'll come back on bail. really is a beautiful thing hearing all the nailing going on.
Water red for anyone else?
Not me.
It literally looks like the bottom of our ship is filling up with blood. It's like,
You should
kinda
definitely
cool.
clip that,
Yeah, my water is still normal.
as is mine.
because of lighting bug.
No,
Now
they're-
it's starting to return to
in this
normal.
part of the country we call them fireflies.
In this part of the country, shut up. It's-
Alright. Got him with a spear.
Nice.
Right there.
And I think the spear may have done it.
I didn't get the red X.
I did not get the
I
red
think
X.
I think I did. I think I did.
Oh, that's epic.
Twice in a row, getting a
Wonderful.
kill with the spear.
And watching the sinking is always the best part. Oh my god. Well, we've come a long way, boys. Remember when the Red Mug game, the Megs first got here? We
Oh.
got absolutely wrecked by this thing.
God, you can like swim into its mouth and almost down its throat.
Well,
That's so creepy.
Yeah, I do that every time, yeah. Look at that. We were once terrorized by the Red Mug. Now look.
Oh God, regular shark. Oh no. Help! I'm scared.
We're cracking.
Are we
Everyone on
getting
board.
Kraken right
Everyone
now?
on
Oh my
board.
fucking God! I'm gonna die before I reach the surface. Oh my God. I'm just barely alive.
I cannot believe a Kraken right now.
Yeah, get as much loot as you can. Oh god, get your grapples out, everyone. I'll repair downstairs.
Oh God.
Shit.
I got it, I got it.
Oh God, it's pulled me under.
Oh man, really, Kraken?
Yep, I'm dead. All right, respawning.
I'm gonna run around and repair as much as I can. Jonathan, will you try to cut him off?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay.
The old London
We're shaking
treatment,
quite
boys.
violently. We're shaking very violently.
We know. It's this damn Kraken arm.
Just
Alright,
making it rather difficult to bail.
Kraken arm's gone. I'm repairing this
I think
big hole.
that's good to know. When it like grabs a hold of the ship, I don't think it's the amount of damage to get it to let go. I think it's the number of hits.
That's it. That is really good to know.
Because I just, wrecked it with the throwing knives just by repeatedly stabbing.
Ooh, we're right over the Meg loot. Does anybody know if we got the teeth and scales?
I didn't have time to check to see what we got.
Alright, hopefully it'll still be there by the end. Nice
That's
shot.
one arm down.
I'll get on the other side. Alright, everyone spam this thing. Alright, I'm going under to check our water level.
I need food before I die.
Wow, that is a big hole.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm cutting him again. I see the Meg loot. Good. It's still nearby. Oh my gosh, the back of the Kraken arm is wrapped around us too.
Oh god. Okay.
There we go.
You know, this is part of the update too. We did have to survive Kraken Week.
Yeah, Kraken Mania.
Kraken week.
And here it is again.
Alright, we're running out of arms. We're almost done, boys.
Grapple me to safety.
Oh, you?
No, I got it.
Uh-oh. I'm
was
being
talking
taken
to myself.
now.
Grapple yourself to safety. Your Meg is almost fully cooked, by the way.
Yum.
Oh no, I'm being taken. I have been taken.
You have a grapple?
I do.
Oh, I've been taken again.
Oh no! I grabbed you.
Can I grapple you? Oh, I can! Oh, I just saved you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that was epic. Oh, fuck this guy.
Not again.
Alright, stand back. I'm gonna firebomb him. See if that does anything.
Alright.
Alright, how about skeletons? Will they
Maybe
help?
Blunderbomb too.
Man, I was hoping the skeletons would.
They're doing something all right. They're having a party.
They're okay. They're attacking the wood barrel, I guess. This does not help us.
Aye, aye, boss. I see the problem.
All of our skeletons are swiping at the brick.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Wow, we are being shaken.
Jesus, makes it really hard to shoot at the arms.
All right, I made one arm.
God, the water level is going crazy.
On my way.
Our water level is absolutely crazy
Preparing.
with this shaking.
Cannonballs.
Got 2 arms down.
Nice.
Wonderful. Alright, I got an arm.
I got an arm. Wow, he is really reaching. Got another arm down. Oh, I got him. I think this is the last arm, boys. Come on.
Snake. I think that's it. Yep.
Oh my
We got it?
word.
Oh. Alright, let's get these masks back up.
Oh, I got legendary Kraken Hunter. Everyone get your grapple guns out. Oh yeah, we still have them. We're gonna want to get as much of this as we can. Oh wow, what a fight!
Yeah, well, you know, I know what your title of your video can. Season 15 farewell, Hunter's Call run complete. Boars, Megs, Super Megs, and Krakens.
Seems kind of like a long title.
Well, something to that effect.
Aye.
I'm gonna get sharked, so I'm trying to just compile
I'm with
loot
you.
into this one spot. Mark off shark.
Nice.
There we go.
Ooh, a pristine boar tusk again.
Yeah. Oh, this is just a shipwreck. Interesting.
Of course it is.
No, not like a shipwreck. Shipwreck, it's barrels,
Oh, okay.
not loot.
I wish they would compile the Kraken loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's even more loot way back behind the ship.
I'll detach the rowboat.
Oh, it's despawning. I'm trying to grab it.
Yeah, do whatever you can to keep it from despawning.
Oh,
Forget to use your grapple. Need to.
oh, I'm being eaten by a shark though.
That's
Yep.
the meg loot. Oh, I'm on my way.
Yeah, there's still a skull over here, and I think that chest may have sunk. No, hold on. I can still get it. I can still get it. Oh, never mind. The shark got me.
Fuck.
Wait.
It's behind the
I
boat.
got the chest.
Nice.
There's a mermaid gem there too. That's what I was carrying.
I see it. I'm loading it onto the boat, the rowboat. Is it just the chest of the mermaid gem and the skull?
The chest, the skull, the mermaid gem. Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, we got a chest of rage. Oh.
Alright, is that pretty much all except for the stuff you compiled up there?
I
That's fun.
think so.
You guys ever notice that massive landmass beyond the edge of the map?
What, the spiky one?
Uh,
That looks like Yeah.
Isn't
That's
That land
part of
mass.
the. Yeah, that's part of the pirates. Telltale.
Oh, is that what that is?
All right, where's the
Yeah, I
stuff?
remember being really confused when I first saw that too.
Where's the stuff Reed compiled? There it is. All right,
Like, kind of just ahead of us.
I'm gonna give us half front sail.
Yeah, I would say our best bet is probably Sanctuary. To the southwest.
Well, we still have to get back to Ancient Spire.
Oh yeah.
Are we still doing the plank thing?
Plank?
The plank that we got from the chest.
Oh yeah.
The tall tale.
Yeah, there's a island that we need to visit for that. I'll
Yeah.
take a look in a second.
What's the plank thing?
Look in
It's
your
in your
quest.
quest items.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is what we got from the chest. This is the final step of the legendary. So yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, let's finish this up. So say the
Wait a minute. This
officially done.
This looks like
Your meat burning?
No, it's the chest of rage.
No, the Kraken's done. Oh wait, no, I could use a little bit more actually. Never mind.
I'm looking for 2 rocky cliffs. This looks like it might be Wanderer's Refuge. Maybe not.
I was thinking. Hold on, give me. So I can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time. I think it might be Smuggler's Bay. Yeah, it's Smuggler's Bay. It's definitely Smuggler's Bay.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Smuggler's Bay it is, which is directly west of us, not too far at all. I need to do my Duolingo real quick before I run out of time. I'll get us our heading, but I'm going to do that. Alright, boys, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright. Smuggler's Bay is just up ahead. We'll get the crown and we'll be on our way.
Something shiny up there.
Oh, bringing us in? Very nice.
Aye.
Alright, I'm gonna go get that shiny.
Also, I am offloading the chest of rage.
Good call.
Nice.
I got the shiny.
What was it?
It's a castaway chest.
Boom.
Yeah, so this is definitely it. The outline of the missing parts of the plank align with the spires of Smuggler's Bay.
So then we need to get that rowboat into view wherever that is, and then oh, I see the overturned rowboat right there. Over here, Jonathan. So if we hold it up and line up all the pieces, it'll show us where to dig.
There's the spires. There's the rowboat.
And then we gotta go to that circle right where that goes.
Could it be right here?
Wonderful?
Yes.
See,
Here it is,
those
the
are
ancient
fun
crown.
things with,
Weepy Gween.
Beautiful.
Those are the fun, really fun.
All
things.
we have to do is, yeah, I mean, all we have to do is bring this back, and we're golden.
Woo!
Let's sprint back to Ancient Spire.
Let's.
And then I believe I can say, dare I say, an almost perfect session. Completing
Ooh.
the Tall Tale and doing the Meg and the Super Meg and the Kraken and everything else we've done.
And a boar.
And a boar. I mean, it is the full call run. This is exactly the session we wanted.
It is indeed.
Alright. All we have to do is hurry back to Ancient Spire, which is trek south.
Let's head on over. Curses, he noticed. You know, I don't think I've ever had a regular mission or regular map take me to this place. I only ever respawn here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to come to Smuggler's Bay more.
It's a very nice island.
I actually like really hate this island.
Mm,
Not just because it's like the negative association from respawning all the time, but for whatever reason, like map quests on this island are just so difficult for me. I think because it's just like such a wide swath of area.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I have had only one mission here, and it was a boar, and it was awful. It was my final boar, and he just kept running.
Wasn't
up
that
the
Boar
side.
Island?
No, it wasn't. It was here, and it was actually awful.
Wow.
So what? Ancient
Alright, we're
Spire?
going back
That's really it?
to.
So what are we getting these pieces for again? What's the story?
Did we get the final checkpoint just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to the nearest? Do you want to go south to Sanctuary and sell, and then dive
Ooh,
to the checkpoint so we don't have to sail all the way across the map?
that's really smart. Let's do that.
Let's just head south.
Wait a minute. We may not want to go directly south.
Players?
Players and Skeleton Galleon.
Let's see.
Luckily, it is
What's a
players
sloop?
There's the skeleton galleon. Where are the players?
right behind the
The
Skeleton
players are
Galleon.
sailing away.
Oh, they're quite far. They're very.
And the
think
Skeleton
we'll be okay.
Galleon shouldn't bother us at the outpost.
Yeah.
We should be okay.
Well, we would hope not. We would certainly hope not, but they are a lot closer.
Yeah, but they're skeletons. Even if they're a problem, they're not a problem. I mean, I could just sneak the Chest of Rage aboard and they would be helpless.
That's true.
This
actually.
is true.
What happened to all the water on the floor?
I was thirsty.
Okay.
I did it.
You drink it, did it?
Uh-huh. The real answer is I wasn't thinking and I just saw water, so my brain said bail.
I did see a video where someone put the Chest of Rage at the very tip of the bow, and it did actually only light the bow on fire. Boy, that may actually work.
Here, I'll go put it there right now. And then I will hit it till it blows up so we see. Wow, that is the tip of the bow, huh?
Yeah, that is. Damn.
Oh, I wasn't being serious, but sure. Hey, it works.
Yeah. Only needs 1 bucket of water. Yeah.
Well, I'm thirsty
To actually
again.
have on me.
Look at that.
Cool.
Alright, good to know. Look, it's a mini Ashen Roar.
That's actually really funny. Whoop.
Keep going. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good. You're good.
And stop.
Loodle.
Ahoo! Nah. I love that episode. I had a DVD of that episode as a kid, and it was my first ever experience with multiple endings. And it made me so hyped. Are we anchored right now?
No, but the sails are up.
Oh, let's get a little close up. Brace, we're about to explode.
I can save us. I saved it.
You did.
I just killed all the sovereigns.
Wow, we got a lot of stuff for doing a tall tale.
Yes, we did.
I can't sell this.
So what?
Moontail. Oh no, Oreo.
No, please don't. Actually, you can sell Oreo. I don't give a fuck.
Jonathan,
Hey.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
bailiff,
I'm not kidding.
remove his PP.
Wow.
Immediate castration.
It's cruel and unusual punishment.
It's only unusual if we don't do it enough.
Ain't that the truth?
That's actually a really good point.
I hate that stipulation that is technically true in our legal system. That you can have a punishment that is cruel and a punishment that's unusual. As long as it's not both.
I don't think that's how that actually works.
No, that one...
Yeah. What's
think
an
it's
example
cruel or
of
unusual.
punishment that is?
Not and.
What's an example of a punishment that is unusual, or that is unusual but not cruel?
Unusual but not cruel. It would be you having to go spend the next 30 days in wet socks.
There's a judge actually who's like been sued by people, and people have like appealed their cases because of his rulings. And it's like a lot of his punishments are considered very unusual. A lot of them involve like public humiliation. Like some people would have to wear a sign around their neck for a whole 24 hours that says like I stole $2,000 from my neighbor or something like that.
And did they? I'm just kidding. He just did that to fuck with people.
Yeah, he got his cases mixed up all the time. No, it's actually kind of an interesting story.
And I assume the people won the appeals.
No, because none of the punishments were particularly cruel, and in fact they were like fairly lenient, because he would do that instead of giving them like jail time.
See? So you can
So
have
instead
it
of like
be
6 months
unusual and not
prison,
cruel.
you can spend 24 hours, standing on the side of the road, holding a sign that says, oh, you dick.
I didn't mean to. I thought we were casting off.
No, we still have meat to sell.
Oh, I
We have a
forgot.
lot of meat.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're often like lighter sentences. And also in his district, the recidivism rate is like much lower than the surrounding communities, which is also interesting.
So vote to cancel, and then we vote to go in.
Yeah, vote to cancel and then vote to dive.
Alright, someone else cancel. Tall Tales, Shores of Gold.
Oh wait, let me see if I can sell Briggs's chest before we do that. I think I
We
can.
already did.
No, before you propose a new quest. Ooh, 290 gold
Nice.
for Briggs's chest.
And we got hunter value.
Yeah, selling treasure chests will get you extra value. What the
Okay.
fuck was that?
I think there's another player here.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. Let's get out of here.
oh, that was the.
I was just
Oh,
kidding.
also, this ship just unlocked the legendary emissary.
Woo!
Ooh.
Do your sails hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie a sailor's knot? Can you tie a sailor's bow? Can you drape them over your shoulder when they start to do a smolder? When the fire, Meg, glows. You know, glow is one of those words that just really sounds like it is what it is.
I was gonna wait until we were about to dive to do that.
We did get that firework crate a while
that
back.
works.
Did we sell that?
Yeah. I think that we sold that to the Reapers.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, no Megs above us this time.
Must be below us.
Alright, here we go. Good call on the diving.
Thank you. Yeah, that would have been a long journey home.
And I'm sleepy.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited for this new update, though.
Oh, same. I
Yeah,
hope-
it's gonna be a great one.
Honestly, I'm just excited because they're adding a bunch of new cosmetics.
Yeah, a whole new battle pass.
New battle pass, new like just clothing items that are like Reapers based, new masks, new whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, let's run ashore.
See?
Ooh, a rowboat.
But we have our rowboat.
Ours is cooler.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate that other rowboat.
Oh, you missed.
I will hit it. Reed, why won't it hit?
I don't know. Skill issue?
I think it is. I think this
It
is
seems
why,
like it's hitting.
I think this is why we put you on cannons. Did we do it? My dream, my wish? Does somebody have... Yeah, you have the crown? Let's do it.
I got the crown. Although the crown isn't nearly as regal as your hat.
Aww. Alright, let's hear what she has to say.
This crown. It's the one from Brixie's stories. I can't
He just
believe
dumps it on the floor.
I was telling the truth after all. It is even more beautiful than I dreamed it would be. This Brixie really was a great adventurer before the curse. And you know, maybe it doesn't matter if everything she said was true. The dreams she left me were real. And those are what matter most. I miss those dreams. The world wants us to grow up so fast, but being able to see every day like it's an adventure, we only learn that when we're young. I reckon that's something worth holding on to. You know what? There are still a few pages left. Space enough for me to add stories of my own. This tavern is Dad's dream, not mine. I'm gonna do it. Raise some coin, find a sloop, and live my own adventures, just like you and Briggsy. I'll clean up the relic you found and pass it on to your mysterious friend. Maybe next time we meet, we'll be out there in the Sea of Thieves.
Woo! And then she stayed here for the rest of the game.
Forever.
Well done. 4 more times.
Well done indeed.
You seemed stuck. I'm out of ammo. Oh.
Ow.
Am I forgiven? Oh.
I guess so.
Well, let's go. I will do it again. Well, I think that's a beautiful place to end. Shall we lower emissary?
It is. We
Oh, yeah, we probably
achieved
should.
everything we wanted to. And we had an ambitious slate for this session too, and we achieved it all.
We sure did. Only took about 5 hours. 4
Yeah,
hours.
what were you guys doing before I even got...
I was playing Marvel Rivals, and I got a new game called Blueprints, which is really, really fun.
I mean, there was something that you two said you were in the middle of when I...
Oh, we were.
Yeah, I said
he
we
had
were
joined-
not talking about you.
Yeah, he had joined probably 3 minutes before you, and we were gonna go do a PvP thing.
Yep.
Oh. But yeah, this has been a great session. A whole tall tale finished and in the books, and
Everything.
all the hunter stuff too. I mean, we got the Meg, we got the Super Meg, we got the Kraken,
The only
we
thing
got the
missed-
boar, we did some fishing, we did all of
Yeah.
it.
I mean, there's not much left to say, except
Yeah, you know what? I think you've got a great video on your... I look forward to seeing this one on playback.
although I can't help but hear some drumming in the distance. Do you hear that?
Drumming? I don't hear drumming.
And chanting. It sounds like fire in my heart. Till next time, when Reapers rule.
Or are we gonna sign
That's
off
it.
at the same time?
Sure.
Can you give us a countdown?
Oh, I was just gonna let it hang there in awkward silence.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, I want to do the sign off.
Alright, you can
Can
do
you
the
count
sign
it?
off.
Count. All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.